Alrighty, welcome back, everyone. Hopefully, everyone's having a good day. We already have one person up in the stream. I gotta go over here and switch over the chat. I know this has definitely been something that's been on short notice, but as you guys might know, Moises, hello, Moises, how are you doing? 4 people, 3 likes. Make sure to hit that like button. Like I said, I know this has kind of been on short notice. I've been really bad with kind of notifying you guys with when to do a live stream. It's kind of like, I'll post it on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and hopefully people show up. But apparently people have showed up. We already had 128. I hope no one's said anything about a mic check, but I hope I did it all right. It's kind of confusing when you set up this live stream and you can't really go back and check if you did the right thing. So hopefully you guys can hear me. Pixie, hello. First time catching your live videos. Hey, Taco, love your videos. Thanks, you, Pixie. Karen, hi there from Holland. Hello. Sounds good, says Coin Dragon. Thank you. Sounds good, says Sherry. Photo, you ever take a big loss? No, I haven't really. It's, well, actually, you know what? There's been a couple. So if we're talking about storage lockers, because I'm going to try tag on a couple of these topics here. I'm talking about storage lockers, eBay junking, maybe even pallet buying. I think with storage lockers, you can definitely get burnt. I think it's much easier to get burnt in person than online. I think online, you're pretty safe with how you buy. But, you guys might remember a while back, I picked up a locker that had a lot of women's clothes in it, had like a broken chair. I think I paid like $60 for that. The only thing I ended up saving out of that whole locker, because I donated all the clothes, I think I sold maybe 2 sneakers out of that locker. The only thing I ended up saving was a pack of like AAA batteries. So it was a pretty expensive locker, or pretty expensive batteries. Like $60 for. Pat D's, thank you. Money owed for cheesesteak, bud. So Pat D's has actually been a huge fan of the channel. He's been around for a while. I know him in person. He stopped by today at the flea market. I'm a little bit behind on my videos, but I know he's definitely starting out YouTube. So if you guys want to check out Pat D's, he's a pretty cool guy. Thank you for the super chat, Pat. Greatly appreciate. Janan says his favorite find this year are grills. Ugh, grills are tough. Marquette, Miss Marquette, love your channel from Chicago. Thank you for the $20 super chat, Miss Marquette. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you're doing well as well. I don't know how Chicago's doing right now. I'm pretty sure it's pretty warm there as well. I remember in the summer it used to get pretty hot. But thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. DMC Sports, big fan. Keep on keeping on. $2 super chat. Greatly appreciate DMC Sports. Hopefully everyone's doing good on this Sunday afternoon. It's been a blast. It's been a pretty long day for myself, but I definitely want to get in here and talk to you guys, because I don't really get to talk to you guys that much. And it seems to be like I always get on here like once a month, which I absolutely hate. I'd rather do it like once every other week. Somebody did, I just see it just scroll by. Have you used the gift card? So I actually bought Subway tonight. So that was the first gift card I've used. The Visa gift cards I have not used yet, but they will be used in the future. I know I have to make a stop at Petco and probably get Salsa a couple toys and maybe a bone or two. I want to try out some different things, because I think she's getting a little stale with her bones. She also seems to like, she likes those bamboo bones. So I don't know anyone out there who might have a dog, but if you guys like, or you have a dog, let me know if your dog likes bamboo bones. Kind of a little bit skeptical at first, but I guess it is what it is. Patricia, hello, how you doing? Anita, hello. Darlene, hello. Borderline, hello. Love the Salsa's Dad t-shirt. Yeah, so someone did send me this. I forgot the name on who sent me this, but this I did get from a subscriber, and I greatly appreciate. I do like the Carolina blue t-shirt. And to go off of t-shirts, I actually have more merchandise coming up probably here in the next week or two. I'm going to do a limited release, and I think Carolina blue, I have about 10 or 15 shirts in Carolina blue, which if anyone out there likes the color Carolina blue, it looks nice. I think it's a nice color. There's a couple colors out there that I'm a really big fan of. Big Country Scrapper, great channel. I just started my own channel. Love your videos. Thank you, Big Country Scrapper. Really appreciate it. Red Cardinal, hello from Florida. Hello from Stockertown, Pennsylvania. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Make sure to hit that like button. I think we're at 280 people in the stream. Greatly appreciate if you guys go ahead and hit that like button. It helps out the stream. I think actually like boost up an algorithm or something like that. But I did want to talk a little bit about storage lockers. I know a lot of people have asked me where have the storage lockers been. So there's been kind of, I guess like I won't say abundance. It's the opposite of abundance. There's definitely been a dry spell of storage lockers in the area. The facility by me usually has a locker auction probably once a month. And they skipped 1 month, and then the last month they only had one locker. So that kind of eliminated a locker video every 2 or 3 weeks for me for 2 months. And then the other storage locker facility is having an auction this week, which will probably be released in either late this week or next week, the video for that. But they're supposed to have a locker auction mid to late week this week. And I just looked at the update on the amount of lockers, and they have like 4 lockers available. So definitely been a problem. I will try to get on to online and try to buy a storage locker online because I know a lot of people seem to really love the videos. And there's a couple bouncing around from New Jersey to like Quakertown-ish. There's some up in the Scranton area. So I think I can still make it work. Why do I go to Turkey Hill instead of Wawa? Great question, Stefan. There's no Wawa on the way to where I go to the flea market. The only place on the way is McDonald's, which isn't open, Dunkin' Donuts, which is only drive-through, and they don't have donuts that early. But Turkey Hill is open, so I think they're open 24 hours. That's why I stopped there. But I do agree, Wawa and Sheetz, by far, way better than Turkey Hill. Muddy, hi from Illinois, hello. Banana, thank you for joining us. Jay asks, have you ever gone to a 127-yard sale that spans 6 miles? I have not. I haven't been to a lot of yard sales this year. Nelson, great to see you. I'm sorry for kind of running late on you this morning, but I was out the door and on my way of my adventures, but it was good to see you this morning. And you said, what do you think about buying Amazon returns? Great question. The thing is, like, so at the auction I buy a lot at, they do have a lot of Amazon dead stock, which ends up being stuff that people donate or try to send into Amazon, and then I guess it doesn't sell at Amazon, so they ask for it back, and then they bring it to auction. So there's a ton of that. That stuff sells extremely well at the flea market. I don't know what's up with that. It's all stuff that works, but it's so like random in its sense. That stuff works. I would not highly advise buying returns. The problem with returns, obviously, is you don't know what's wrong with them. And a lot of people just say something's wrong with them, even though there isn't. And I don't really want to go through the whole process of testing every single item in its respective category. It seems like an absolute ton of work. And it can be very, very time consuming if it ends up not working. And that goes with any kind of returns. I know there's a lot of people out there who talk about possibly buying returns, but I would definitely, if you guys are out there and you want to sell at the flea market, or you have a farmer's market, or you want to do a yard sale, awesome stuff. Philly, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate. Jason, thank you. Wearing a pirate cupcake shirt at the flea market today. Thank you, Jason. I was actually going to wear the other pirate cupcake shirt, but it had so many wrinkles in it, and it just wouldn't have worked. Is there a difference between returns and dead stock? Great question, Nelson. So when I'm talking about like returns, for anyone who might be interested, returns are like stuff like, hey, this doesn't work. I want to send it back. So you send it back to Amazon, then Amazon gets it. Now, I don't know what Amazon does with it, if they resell it or send it back to the original owner, because I don't do a lot of Amazon stuff. But the difference between like dead stock and returns with dead stock is just simply stuff that doesn't sell. The person has it listed on Amazon, and they're like, hey, look, this isn't moving. I'm paying a listing fee. I'm paying an inventory fee, or I think Amazon does inventory fee, and then they send it back. So that would be dead stock in my mind. Now, dead stock is definitely a word that's used a lot in the sneaker community, but that I think is something completely irrelevant towards the same concept of buying and selling in terms of product and product management. Dale, how did you meet Paper and Moose? Great question, Dale, and thank you for the super chat. Paper and Moose has been buying from me at the flea market for like the last like to say like 3 or 4 years. There's been a lot of great stories, which I don't know. Maybe one day I'll have Paper Moose on the show as well. But there's been some funny conversations we've had in the past at the flea market, and sometimes, I guess you say, didn't have a conversation at the flea market. So I did meet her at the flea market. She used to buy a lot from me. She used to actually buy all my books. So I think like kind of like in the earlier time of my YouTube, I used to buy a lot of box lots of books simply because they were old. And I said, I'm just buying these old books because people buy them at the flea market. Well, she was definitely one of the buyers that used to always buy my old books or buy 2 or 3. So I'd always pick up like a huge box of just old books at the flea market for like $2 or $3. And then she'll end up buying like 3 or 4, 2 for $1 a piece. So. Stefan asks, what is your eBay name? Saw something I would have purchased. I don't give off my eBay name on YouTube. This is something I get a lot of questions. I get a lot of people send me messages about what's my eBay name, what's my Etsy name. And the kind of the reason why is because I don't want my content to drift away from me buying and selling stuff to me selling you guys stuff. I see a lot of YouTube content creators kind of get away from what makes them special. And I think every content creator out there has something extremely special to them. And they kind of drift away once they start making sales to their viewers. So I kind of just don't go down that path. But thank you. Thank you for the comment. Green Thrifty Life, $4.99 super chat. So thank you for the $5 super chat. Greatly appreciate it. From Central Pennsylvania, watching with my geography obsessed 11-year-old, and he's having a blast seeing where everyone's from. Thank you for the super chat. And yeah, there's a lot of people in here from everywhere. Louisiana, I see Deborah just comment. We have people from Pennsylvania, so Idaho. There's people everywhere. And this is crazy because it's like, I mean, I just make videos of me picking trash and selling junk, and people seem to absolutely love this community, which is awesome. It is very, very cool. Oh, yeah, right. So what are the bottles on the top shelf? So this is something I've done, like, I don't know, once or twice here on a live stream. Let's take the dog. All right, here we go. So these are mineral jugs. These are actually hand-painted mineral jugs. They're very, very decorative. These things were actually, I wouldn't say a hot thing a couple years ago, but they were definitely something that some people did collect. They are hand-painted, folk art side kind of appearing, but they're called mineral jugs. A lot of people call them water jugs, which I guess you can call it. I wouldn't call this like a whiskey jug, but this is a mineral jug. And you used to put, I guess, mineral water in here. But they're hand-painted, which is why they're nice and decorative. I did have a bunch that were not hand-painted. And generally speaking, the ones that aren't hand-painted, you can get like $1 or $3 for at the flea market. The ones that are hand-painted, you can get anywhere between like 5 to 20, depending on what's painted on it. And then on top of that, it's kind of like something you might see on eBay a little bit. The painted ones kind of don't fetch that much. It's all about the names. So there are a couple good names out there. I don't know them off the top of my head, but they generally have a stamp on the top. There it is. It's right here. You might be able to see like a little circle. There you go. If you have fast internet, you might be able to see that name. And what I mean by that is I know some of the resolution for these videos aren't the best. I know for myself, it's like always on 380 or 360. And I know it goes up to like 1040 or 1080. I don't know. Hello from New Zealand. Hello. Love your videos. Ireland. Love the jugs. Thank you. Roseanne. Big Country Scrapper. Why do you prefer a van over a pickup truck? So I do prefer a van over a pickup truck for a lot of reasons. First reason for scrapping, I think it's always great that no one knows really what you're doing. I see a lot of people drive around with, let me go ahead and do that. I see a lot of people go around and pick up scrap metal, get yelled at, drop stuff, things fly off the back of the truck. Not everyone ties it down. With a van, it's all secured, and that's that. I also can pick up a lot of different things and kind of separate it in its way. The biggest difference between a pickup truck and a van is that a van, if I go to the flea market, if it rains overnight, I don't have to park it in a garage, which my garage can barely fit a tractor in. or a lawnmower. It's so short, so I couldn't fit a truck in there. But if I went to the flea market in the morning, or if I went to an auction, I can just load up and leave. If it starts raining, I don't have to worry about things getting damaged. So that's one reason why I don't think I'd ever go to a truck. Another thing is I borrowed that truck when my transmission went out. They gave me a loaner Dodge Ram, whatever. It was like $60,000, and I absolutely hated it for anything other than the luxury of driving a $60,000 truck. It had all these nice things, heated steering wheel, heated seats, power this, power that. It was awesome. But when I had to use it for like actual truck things and put scrap metal in it, it just wasn't going to work, So that's why. Can you say, all right, what was this? Hello to William Wallace. Hopefully you're doing well. Rhonda gave you a shout out there. Really look forward to your videos. I think the breakdown of the scrapyard prices is great too, but I really love the trash picking videos. Thank you. There will be a trash picking video posted tomorrow. I just got finished editing that, and I'll upload it, and it'll be ready for tomorrow. He's smiling. Thank you. You're welcome. Need more likes. 440 people in here. If you guys haven't already, make sure to hit that like button for me. It'd be greatly appreciated. Scrap prices are so low right now. What the hell says? Absolutely, they are low, and it's kind of sad. Can we see your warehouse again? Right now, I'm not at the warehouse, so I can't do that, but I will definitely show you guys a warehouse update video. It's slowly dwindling down. Funny thing, actually, so I throw away all my garbage that like doesn't sell, that's just like garbage or stuff that breaks in transit or whatever it might be. So I throw away in the garbage. And last week when I threw stuff out, someone stole my garbage can. So I'm missing one whole garbage can, which is completely detrimental towards my business because I have to have as much trash available possible. So now I have like a whole pile of just like trash in my warehouse of stuff that just broke or was just not going to work. So, yeah, they stole my garbage can, or they just took my garbage can. They were probably just so mad that I threw away so much stuff and just chucked it in the garbage truck, which is very possible. I wouldn't doubt it. Big Country Scrapper asks, is it possible to pull a trailer with your van? I don't have a trailer hitch on it. So it might be possible. I don't know. Low scrap price is still profit, just not much, Glenn says. That is true. So here's the thing with scrapping is like when you guys get high scrap prices, a lot of people say gas prices, this, that, which is very true. If you have high gas prices, you're going to see a lot more people trash picking. You're going to see a lot less scrap metal out there, but you're going to have so much more competition. So it's good for the environment in a way where you just don't have as much stuff going to the landfill, but at the same time, it really eliminates the amount of content or stuff you can find out there. Because if it was $12, $100 like it was, you're paying $4 in gas for a gallon. And at the same time, you're going out and you're not finding anything. So do you usually do all Flea stuff on the ground or do you do tables, Mary asks? So that's something I get a ton. It's what's the best for selling at the flea market. And I think that's huge with, you guys have to understand your market. All right. It doesn't really get down to a business standpoint, but I've been to a lot of different flea markets. And it's one thing where if you just go to one, you will never understand that there's so many different styles. I went one in Maryland. It was all brand new, made in China, Dollar Tree stuff. And it just wouldn't work for what I do. So you really have to figure out a style that works for you. Junk on the ground, great. If you guys have checked out my flea market video where I picked up the Fire King stuff, check that out. You guys see there's literally someone coming up with a trailer and he just throws bins everywhere. And there's people just rummaging through that stuff. That is the way to sell at the flea market that I sell at. If you don't do that, if you put stuff all on tables, make it look like an antique booth, you're going to have a very difficult time selling. It's just understanding your market. So I do a little bit of both because I understand there's some people who can't look through boxes and some things that belong on tables, but you got to kind of figure out what's the best for you. and what's going to help you make the most mouse sales. Patties, thank you for the super chat, $9.97. $10, thank you for the super chat. New garbage can for Taco. Just don't throw anything away. You can sell at the flea market, and don't forget my hat. Yes, so this isn't it. So I did go to a rummage sale the other day, and I had a bunch of hats right here. This is not them. I just actually looked at them, and I realized that was not the pile of your hats. So it's got to be somewhere. I think it's in the shipping room on the left. But thank you again for the super chat, Pat. Greatly appreciate it. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, make sure to check it out. I know he's getting closer to the 1,000 subscriber mark, which is a threshold a lot of YouTubers aim for a variety of reasons. What is the longest you've waited for a sale? Worth the wait? I know in a recent video you said it wasn't. Okay, so I think we're talking about like a yard sale, garage sale, V&A rummage sale, something like that. I think the V&A rummage sale has got to be like it's not good to wait for 2 hours or 2.5 hours, because that V&A rummage sale, you can go there the day before if you know someone. And from what I've heard through other people, they make like, I think $10,000 to $15,000 that first day, which is a decent amount of money. That's at least 400, 500 people in there. If you have 400, 500 people in that sale, you got to figure that a lot of the good stuff is definitely going through one of them. So that's definitely something. It's like you're waiting in line. It'd be like if you go to a rummage sale and they're open Friday, Saturday, and you go on Saturday and wait in that line on Saturday, and you wait 2 hours in that line on Saturday, which realistically you just have to show up there. It's kind of not worth it, but that's to each their own, I think. Can you do anything with autographed baseball cards? Random Madness asks. The one thing with autographed baseball cards is I know a lot of people like the on-card signature. There's also sticker signature. I don't really know enough with baseball cards and memorabilia like that. I know every single year they come out with boxes that are like $800 or $1,000. So with that in mind, it's like, I guess you can do that. Well, I guess I can do that, but I would just say the older stuff is definitely stuff that you'd want to go after. The vintage sports cards is definitely something, rather than going after new stuff or chasing the hot rookie or anything like that. Murray asks, have you seen any bears in your yard lately? I have not seen any bears in my yard lately. There's been some sightings of random creatures just laying around, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know if there's something in the water right now. But that's been an adventure, or we have coyotes or something. But I have not seen any bears so far this year, which has been good. I would say that. Dave asks, when are you going out to the dump in the woods again? So I'm not going out to the dump in the woods probably till next fall or winter. The reason why is because everything is all grown right now. Everything's overgrown. So there won't be any more out in the woods videos for a while. It's just everything's overgrown. It's like the grass is like this high, which I can't see, but that's like 2 feet. So, and all the bushes are all filled in. The trees all have their foliage. So you just can't get in there. Haley, hello, Haley. How you doing? Good to see you, Haley Bug. Kraken asks, have you thought about getting a flatbed truck with like a stake side bed? Flatbed trucks, I don't understand them. My neighbor has a flatbed truck, like he converted a Dodge Ram or whatever to a flatbed. I don't see the appeal in it. I guess you can just haul around tractors but I don't think I'd ever buy a flatbed truck. Amaret, thank you. Looking good in the blue t-shirt. Thank you. And thank you for the gift cards. Greatly appreciate it. They're actually sitting in the corner right there. So I plan on using them this week on something. I don't know what, but we'll find out something. But thank you for the gift cards, Amaret. Greatly appreciate that. Really meant a lot. Thank you. Hi from the Philippines. Hello. William asked, how much do golf clubs usually go for on eBay that are in fair condition? So the big thing with golf clubs is it's not necessarily the condition that seems to matter in terms of my perspective of selling golf clubs. It's really about the brand, and when it comes to the brand, the model. One thing I know a lot of myself is you can have mint golf clubs from the 70s and 80s, Jack Nicklaus brand or whatever it might be, and maybe used once or twice. Those golf clubs to me are pretty much worthless as opposed to something that you might have made in the last 5 or 10 years. Those 5 or 10-year golf clubs, as long as they're like a good brand, not Wilson or a Walmart brand, but Callaway, Titleist, any of those golf clubs, as long as they're like a good model, you're going to do all right, regardless of the condition. If they're rusty, that's a different story. But yeah, that would be my one thing with selling golf clubs. Those bottles on the top shelf, did you paint them yourself? Grunt the Aussie asks. I did not paint these myself. These, A1 see my artistic ability. It is in no comparison to this. This is amazing art. I can't even do, you see how it kind of fades upward? I can't even do that, let alone draw a dog. That is, I mean, look at, that's not stamped on there. You know, that's really painted. Pamela, Pizza Money, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate the $10 super chat. Thank you, Pamela. Lauren, $5 super chat. Lauren, Coal City Loot. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, girls, for the super chat. Greatly appreciate. You can probably live off more than just a Red Bull and an M&M cookie now. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you. How much cost for your cargo van? Bonto News asks. Well, I bought it used, new retail off the lot. $39,000 is what that van costs with all the features it has. That's what it costs new. I bought it used, and I'll say right now, if you guys are looking to buy a van used, buy it used. And if you can get one for like under 10,000 miles, or if you're looking to buy a van new, if you can get it used and it has under 10,000 miles, do it. I bought mine with 40,000, but if you get one with 10,000 miles, you're already taking away $7 or $8 grand off the retail price. So, yeah. Do you not have a truck because of the weather? I don't have a truck because if it rains during an auction, it's kind of pointless. It's the point. Having a truck would be like so you can carry stuff, but if it's going to rain or anything, you kind of eliminate carrying stuff unless you just buy stuff that can just get wet. But if you're buying box lots at an auction, you can't have the box get wet. If you're buying metal or something and it's rusty, if it gets wet, then you have rusty water everywhere and then kind of like stains. It's just not good. That's why I don't like the pickup truck thing. 515 people in the stream. Make sure if you guys haven't already to hit that like button. Greatly appreciate it. We're almost at 30 minutes in the stream. Let's try to get to 350 likes. Maybe get to 500. That'd be awesome. Do I have to pay a fee to sell at the flea market? Yes. So you have to pay $20 to sell at the flea market that I sell at. If you guys are curious, if you want to reserve a spot, it ends up turning out that if you want to go there for both days, you're paying $19 a spot. So it's like $38 or maybe it's $18 a spot. So for 2 days for the week, you're paying $38 or $36 as opposed to $40. So that's the reserve price. If you just show up and just pick a spot, that's $20. Double asks, who sorts out the metals in the scrapyard? Is it you or the yard? So you bring in whatever kind of metal that you want to get paid for, and you have to have it separated. So if you bring in brass, you have to have brass separated from the copper. If you have different kinds of copper, you have to have all your copper separated. You can't just come in there with a bunch of copper bars or pipe and have half of it number one, number two, and it's all just mixed in together and expect them to sort it for you. You kind of have to have like a pile. Here's number one copper. Here's a pile of number two copper. Here's sheet copper. If you just have it all thrown in a basket, they're going to just give you the lowest price. That's just how it kind of goes. I know of my yard, there's two guys that work there. One guy, if I go there and I have all copper piping, I just bring it all as number two because, I mean, I'm not really going to separate it for 5 cents or 10 cents more. So he sometimes does take out some and he says, oh, this is number one. I'll give you a different price. But most yards will not do that. Where is Salsa? Salsa is in the other room. Salsa. She's probably on the couch. She doesn't like, so the thing with Salsa is she likes to, after 4 o'clock Eastern time, she likes to be in the living room. And once it gets dark out, she wants to run upstairs and go to bed. So I guess she doesn't want to come in here. Maybe she will. Where is Kermit? I don't know where Kermit is. I've seen that a couple of times. Where is Kermit? I don't know where Kermit is. I thought I put Kermit in my garage when I took him out. I have no idea where he went. So I looked for him. Also, I looked for him in the warehouse because I dropped off a lot of stuff. I could not find him in there. So I'm really hoping I didn't accidentally throw him out, but I don't think I did. Kimberly, iced coffee. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Kimberly, for the $10 super chat. Greatly appreciate, Kimberly. Thank you. Iced coffee, yes. Polly, are you ever going to bring Salsa with you trash picking? Salsa is probably not going to go trash pick with me. She's still a puppy, and because of that, she kind of wants to run around. She will be 1 year old here in 17 days, but she will not be trash picking with me shortly because of the van. It's different. Like if I trash picked in a vehicle that has extended cab or something, and she could be in the back, that'd be fine. But her up front just wouldn't happen at 1 year old. It's different than, if she was 8 or 10 years old and she was really calm, but she just jolts around everywhere. So, Shelly, Kermit's in the pond now. I don't think Kermit's in the pond. Am I ever worried? Josh asks, are you ever worried about bugs or bed bugs or roaches? That's why I don't. So the one thing is with auctions is I don't bring anything in my house for one full day. Everything sits outside. And generally speaking, I don't bring anything from an auction inside my house unless it is a hard good. Clothes, like from a thrift store, is kind of different because they're supposed to spray it. But still, with that, I do wash pretty much everything I have, especially if I'm going to ever wear something, it gets washed. So, yeah. Danny asks, where's the Japanese guitar you found? Japanese guitar I found, I don't know when I found a Japanese guitar. I think I have what? So I get a lot of comments every day of people who ask me whatever happened to certain thing. I have 590 videos now. I don't remember everything. I'm kind of a noodle when it comes to remembering it. If that's the thing that I think there was a guitar I found in the trash a long time ago, and some people said lift up the plate on it. So I unscrewed like the whole guitar, lift out the plate, and there was nothing underneath that. But I think somebody said that if you find a barcode, not a barcode, but a number, you can search that number. But there was no number on that. So that I think I found it. I parked on the right, and then I had to walk across the street to the back, and it was like on the left side of the street, if that's what I'm thinking about, the Japanese guitar. But I don't remember. Hello to Sawyer. Happy birthday. Terry says, love your videos, Taco Stacks. Thanks for sharing with us. Thank you for joining me on the live stream, and thank you for watching the videos. I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. Zooey, I wish we had people put stuff out around here like you get down there. I also wish we had a flea market nearby. Yeah, it's tough. And I would say people who have those automated garbage cans, that's going to be really tough for trash picking. I feel bad for you. I know I have a friend who he lives, I think, in East Stroudsburg, and they're also switching over to that. So it's tough to do trash picking when everything's in those bins. Patricia asks, are you ever going to have your brother on again? Yes, I think so. My brother actually had friends over the other day, probably like the other week. 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, they came to visit. They were on their way to a wedding. They stopped by. If he's ever here with just me, I think I'll put him on. I don't know what we'll do. Maybe go golfing together. But What the Hill says expired cookies are the best. I think that's debatable. I think that's debatable. If you guys haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. We're almost at 400 likes. Raisin says, any single people cooking or food videos have enjoyed the few you've put out. I don't think I'll be putting any more single people cooking videos on the internet. Those tacos are so bad. I've quit eating those tacos. I used to eat those tacos like 2 or 3 times a week. I've stopped. Yeah, I haven't made them probably in 2 years, or since probably that video, which was about 2 years ago. It was, just go to a pizza place and order some pizza. That's my advice. Have you ever come across any firearms in a locker you've bought? I have not come across any firearms. I've came across a couple gun stocks, but not firearms in their entirety. It's kind of weird with the laws here in Pennsylvania. It's very different than a lot of other laws. You can, I think, sell or buy long rifles without even having any tracking or anything. It's weird. So I don't know what the law is with if you find it in a locker, but I have not found it. But I have seen them in lockers that I've seen other people buy. So they are out there. Is there anything you found during junk day you kept because it was so unique? I kept some golf bags. Now my new golf clubs are from out of the trash. I know there's a lot of golf talk here, but that's something I've kept. Oh, I have a picture. This is actually going really far back. This is actually my centerpiece above my sink. This came, I think, out of maybe around the 50th or 60th episode of Trash Picking, maybe 40th. I found this in the trash. It was in a bin. There was, I think, a bowl with a lid, like a hole, but it was very similar print. I kept this. So this is in my centerpiece right above my sink. That is something that, it's not really that unique, but something I've kept. Adam, do you ever dumpster dive? So there's no really dumpsters around here to dumpster dive. I have done it a couple times. I'd rather dumpster dive into a dumpster that's kind of not from a store, but a house clean out. I think that's more interesting than dumpster diving through Petco's dumpster, but I have not. Haley, how much was in that money bank you found in the trash recently? So that money bank that I found in the trash recently, I actually put that in my garage. It's all foreign money. It's not American money. And it's only probably, 15 coins. So not much. Not much. But some of those are not even worth much today. Leon, well, made up my mind. It's pizza night. Thanks. Hopefully you enjoy your pizza. Try to get eggplant. If you can get eggplant on your pizza and get a side of fries, that's what it's all about. XX Renee 95, Mr. Stacks, how you doing? How you doing, Renee? Are you about to go live here in about an hour? I think so. When are you going on vacation, Rams asks? When am I going on vacation? I don't know. When one of the days in the week do not end in Y. I don't have any idea when I'd ever have time to go on vacation. I think if I ever went on vacation, I would have to bring Salsa. I don't want to leave her with anyone. Maybe I'll leave her with family, but Salsa would definitely come with me wherever I go. Maybe I'll take my van somewhere, which I have to get a tune-up on. And we'll throw a cot in the back or something. I'm having a great day, Renee. Hopefully you're doing well as well. Oh my goodness. I really hope you didn't accidentally put another 0 on that. And I don't know where your chat just went. All right. I don't know. I saw there was an M in your name, and then something else happened. So I don't expect a chargeback on that one, unfortunately, but it was retracted. I don't know what happened there. Mammy. Well, if you left a large donation, if you got it retracted, I greatly appreciate any donation. If you accidentally retract it, that is fine as well. She was a troll. Well, I know people on YouTube that handle trolls pretty well, so it is what it is. Thank you for the super chat. If it went through, if it didn't, it is what it is. Greatly appreciate it. You almost made him pass out. It's been a very long day for me. Things like that. She wants a date, Danny asks. Thank you. Thank you. I think that will be handled accordingly. Thank you for the super chat. Everyone go cop that Taco Stack merch. If you want to cop Taco Stack merch, greatly appreciate it. So I do have hats now available. A lot of people did ask me if I have red, white, and blue hats available. I do have red, white, blue hats. If you guys are available or you guys are interested in purchasing the red, white, and blue hats. I think it was a mistake too, but it will be compensated for or whatever by YouTube. But thank you. What happened to all the blank hats you bought? Great question. So I still have all the hats. I'm currently working with a couple people to possibly make patch hats. I am thinking about making my own Taco Stack hats with the patch logo, which I'll be putting on them. And that way I can offer a much different style hat available for sale. Danny says, you got me through 2 months of a bedridden back injury last summer, Taco. Well, I'm glad I can help you out there, Danny. Glad I can help you out. Hopefully some people have been enjoying the content and making their days better by watching the content. I know somebody at the flea market definitely said something that I helped get them through the winter. I hope if you enjoy it that much, it's really making your day better, and that really means a lot to me. So thank you. Thank you to everyone who says stuff like that. Greetings from the Netherlands. Do you have any problems with staying closed or ones that are imperfect? Jeff asks. I don't have problems. So the one thing is with selling vintage clothes or selling jerseys, regardless of if they're new or old, in terms of jerseys, they don't really matter if they're stained or imperfect. That is something that a lot of people seem to not really care about. But there's definitely going to be some sort of loss in terms of the amount of money you can sell something for if there is some sort of imperfection. Did you collect or almost close to reaching the 50 state license plates? Wes asks. I am not sure how many license plates I have. There's a whole pile right now. I'm trying to add more rows to it. There's literally one item in the way. So once I move that one item, when I start adding more to it, I don't have any idea how many states I have or what states I don't have. So. Mammy, it's all right. Don't worry about it. I enjoyed the heart attack for a second. Hopefully everything works out all right. It's all right. Thank you. Do you have many returns? If so, do you refund the original shipping paid and the return shipping costs? I don't have many returns. And the one thing is I don't accept returns. Because of that, I think I lose out on sales. All right. But at the same time, I think a lot of people understand that maybe it's not worth it to send this thing back that I paid $10 for and the shipping cost 12 or 15 and, whatever it might be. So because of that, I sell stuff so cheap. I don't really accept returns. I think if I sold stuff for more money, like $100, $200 t-shirt or something, I would definitely accept returns. $610 people in the chat. Thank you everyone for joining me on this live stream. One thing I did want to talk about is pallet buying. So I've seen a couple other YouTubers do pallet buying, and I was wondering if you guys would be interested in that. If you guys are interested in pallet buying, she doesn't know how to track the bid. I have no idea. You might have to go through YouTube or Google to figure it out. I have no control over any of the retraction or any of that. I also don't get a super chat until like 3 weeks now. I don't get paid, so I don't get anything like in terms of transfer of money or anything like that. That's all done through Google. So if you're interested in how to go through that process, I have no idea. Pallet buying. Yes, somebody said they wants to see pallet buying. So when it comes to pallets, what kind of product on pallets? So I know there's a couple different sites that you can buy pallets from. But I think you can choose like if you want electronics, clothing. There might be other things. I'm not really sure. I think the pallets are all new. I think they're all like kind of beat up or damaged. Like the boxes are. So what would possibly be something you guys are interested in? Vintage cars. Ever seen a vintage car in a locker? So there are a couple auctions online right now that have vintage cars in them. They're covered with stuff. I don't know. It could just be a shell of a car. That's something I have no idea. Do I like motorcycles? I do not ride motorcycles. I like, if there's any kind of like adrenaline kind of rush, I would definitely say like a 4x4 or a four-wheeler over motorcycles. The potholes, everything like that. So Pennsylvania is known as the pothole state. It's not the best idea. Tracy, hey, Tacos, nice meeting you at the market today. Are you sure you don't want to swing for scrap? Thank you, Tracy. Unfortunately, I cannot head out to Phillipsburg area for the scrap. I know this week is going to be very, very busy, so you could just put it by the curb. I'm sure there's a lot of scrappers. I don't know of any scrapyard in Phillipsburg, but I'm sure somebody will take it. It will be recycled in some sort of way. But thank you for thinking of me, and it was nice meeting you as well. How old are you anyway? I see you have some grays. Sorry. Well, at least you still have yours. Mine is all gone. Yeah, so I have lots of gray hair. I've had lots of gray hair since like high school. Oh, wow. Look at that patch. Man, it's got to be the sun. Somewhere between the age of 20 and 45. I don't know why I picked that number, but it's born in the 90s, if that helps. $600 people in the chat, almost at 500 likes. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I see for some reason, like whenever, I don't know if no, that's not true. I was going to say, I don't know if the number for the amount of people viewing is possibly like the amount of people have come into the chat, but whenever the likes go up, the views seem to go up a lot too. So I don't know how that correlates, if it's something with algorithms or anything like that, but that's kind of weird, but that's how it seems to be. Have you ever thought about selling a surprise box, your merchandise picks? Of like selling a surprise box through my merchandise of things that I've picked up? Is that what you're asking? I don't have enough merchandise in terms of like taco stack merchandise to do like a surprise box, but maybe I will do like something like mystery vintage glassware box. Maybe that's a good idea. I never even thought of that. Maybe I'll do something that like that on Etsy. But oh no, I think on Etsy you can't do mystery boxes. That's one thing. Yeah, you can't do mystery boxes. It has to be actually told whatever is in there is in there. What state am I located in? Bernice asks. I'm located in the great state of Pennsylvania. Hello from Toronto. Hello, Vinyl. Gemini Thirst says you would not want to ship that. So she knows me. I absolutely hate shipping hard goods. It is terrible. Like if I can't fold it up and throw it into a poly bag, I absolutely hate it. So thinking about shipping a glassware box sounds miserable. How old is my house? My house was built, I think, in 1880. There has been some renovations. So like this room used to be the summer room or the summer kitchen. This house is falling apart brick by brick, piece of wood by piece of wood. My windowsill actually so my office is like kind of that way. The windowsill on the outsides actually completely fell off. So I'm just waiting for the whole frame and window to just fall out. But what can you do? My drywall is immaculate. It's all right. I have a hole in one of my drywall in the ceiling because of a leak, but it's all right. As long as there's no cracks in your drywall, I think you're all right, which I don't have. Have I started metal detecting yet? I have not started metal detecting yet. I don't have a metal detector yet. And the one thing I talked about a little bit in the past is a lot of those like treasure hunting videos. I think there's a bunch of people do like river diving. It's only fun if you find stuff, right? So if I spend 2 or 3 hours metal detecting and I find nothing or like a screw, it'd make for a really boring video, unfortunately. And I think a lot of those videos out there also of people finding stuff like that is just so staged and so fake. But that's entertainment for you. I try to be very authentic with my product. I don't stage stuff. I don't fake stuff. Just like trash picking. Sometimes I find a whole van load. Sometimes I find nothing. It's no different than that with storage lockers or anything I do. Sometimes you absolutely hit it a home run, and sometimes you just don't. Magnet fish. I don't know where I'd go magnet fishing. I guess maybe off a couple local bridges, but I don't know. Did I lay out the gravel in my driveway? No, I have not. I haven't got a tractor over yet, which then I was thinking about maybe like renting one, and I was just like, it's just becoming a disaster. Another thing is it hasn't rained here in like 3 days or 4, in like 5 or 6 days. So it's kind of hard to imagine it's not raining for a while. So now the whole driveway is rock hard, so you can't really scoop up the mud. Never ending. There's always excuses for something, but it never ends. It never ends for me. What happened to my cat? I don't have a cat. I have a barn cat, if that's what you're asking about. I see that cat around a lot. He doesn't really hang out with me. It's actually a girl. Her name is Gracie. But she doesn't really. I saw her laying in the driveway the other day. I don't have an indoor cat, though. What do I think about Williamsburg pottery? I'm not very familiar with Williamsburg pottery. Your dog drinks a lot. It does drink a lot. That dog does drink a lot of water. All right, guys. So I'm going to sign off here. It's been fun hanging out with you guys for a nice Sunday afternoon. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your Sunday, and I will definitely be catching up with you guys more often. It feels like I come on here once a month, which I don't want to do. I know I talked about this a little bit in the beginning, but it feels like I come on here once a month, and I'd rather come on here twice a month. Be cool hanging out with you guys. I like talking to you guys and girls. So I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. I will be coming out with a trash picking video tomorrow, so you guys should enjoy that. I think it's a little bit over 20 minutes, so there was a lot of picks to be had. Very exhausting, very tiring, but overall another very, very fun treasure hunt, and that should be fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and like always, catch you guys later. Have a great day. Keep living the dream. Peace.